Hello folks, bit of a different video today. Today we're going to be playing Clash Royale and talk about touching your sister. And it's not some, to me, it's not some BAT, I'm going to talk about something very controversial to get views and stuff like that. No, I actually have a point here. And I'm playing Clash Royale 2.6 Hog because I feel like I just think better whenever I'm doing something else at the same time. I feel like I think better when I do that. And a pretty numbing game like Clash Royale is the perfect tool for that. So let's see if I could just do that. So I just want to talk about murder. Murder is bad, right? Murder is pretty bad. Oh I should probably play while talking. Murder is pretty bad, and something like touching like underage girls or boys, that's kind of bad. Touching them inappropriately, that's pretty bad, right? So why is it that when I touch, like for example, my sister or my brother or my mother, father in an appropriate way, all of a sudden that's like accept? Oh, I should probably lock in this part. Lock that. Electro Giant. Yeah, pretty easy counter, right? Pretty easy. Yep. Alright, so why is it that, where was I? When I touch my sister, my siblings, my mother or father, all of a sudden that's like accepted. And if you think it's not accepted, well for monetization purposes, let's have a look at, oh, don't tell me the fireball's missed. Alright, that's alright. Let's have a look at, for monetization purposes, let's have a look at corn. You know corn, right? Corn Hub. Let's have a look at that. When it's anything underage, obviously immediate ban. That's fair enough. I understand that. But how is it that the most popular content? Oh, I shouldn't have fireball. Okay, that should not have been happening. I think I'm still fine as long as they don't have lightning or anything like that. But why is it whenever it's about sibling stuff, all of a sudden that's like the most popular thing on the site? And if you don't believe me, all of the content are the like stepsis, stepmom, and don't even think the step is going to do any favor for anybody. It's not like someone's going to see the word step and be like, oh, thank God it's not my actual sister. No, everyone's getting throttled over this incestuous nonsense, in my opinion. And it's like, to me, that's like equally as bad, no? And sometimes these corn stars, like people say corn has no like act. Why is this guy doing the exact same thing over and over again? And I just realized I haven't pushed my hog like since forever, which I probably should, to be honest. Alright, time to push. Predict this Tesla? Yeah, predicted. Read him like a bloody book. And some of these corn stars, I think, people like to say corn has no acting, right? But sometimes, when it just comes to the sibling stuff, they just hit a little bit too close to home. It feels a little bit too real sometimes. And again, the step is really not doing anybody favors, in my opinion. And if you still think that's like perfectly acceptable, which I don't think it is, let's have a look at, let's actually, yeah, I'm winning this one. He is not. Oh yeah. Alright, let's, oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, that witch is not doing too well. Okay. Yeah, this guy's not winning this. Anyways, let's put some hypothetical situations into this to make you understand how bad this actually is. Maybe the reason we're not getting it is because I'm not giving you real life examples. So let's think of a, yeah, that was pretty easy. Alright. Let's imagine you live in America. Not because it's just America because it's a arbitrary. But let's just say you live in the Midwest countryside of America, right? Small town, maybe 20,000 people in this town, right? You, a fresh 25-year-old guy, okay? You live with your parents because, oh my god. You live with your parents because the cost of living is a little bit is a little bit bad at the moment and you didn't get a job, but that's fine. You're supported. You're supporting. But that's fine because your mom and dad are supporting you and you're trying your best to find a job, right? And your mom, very loving, very caring, sometimes a little bit too strict, but she still loves you nonetheless, right? Your dad, he has a pretty decent job. It's not going to make your family like rich or anything like that, like filthy rich, Elon Musk kind of rich, but gets the job done, puts the meat on the table, food on the table, stuff like that, right? And you have a sibling. Now let's imagine one day your mother comes home, right? And then she finds you touching underage girls inappropriately. That's scenario A. Scenario B would be your mom comes home again and she finds she finds you touching your 19-year-old sister inappropriately. Which one do you think will yearn the bigger reaction? In my personal opinion, I think both. Like, if I'm putting myself into the, well, I hope that never happens to me, but if I try to put myself into the mother's shoes, I'll be like, holy moly, both is kind of bad. And yeah, I think this is just what I was thinking about on the tube going home today, and I just want to know other people's opinion about this. Is this like, am I the weird one for thinking this is like unattractive, uncalled for? Because Cornhub just has way too many this step sibling stuff, and I just really hate it because sometimes I watch some like really good corn stars, and then I click into the video and it's of course it's about my stepbrother doing whatever, my stepsister doing homework, blah blah blah. It's like, it feels, metaphorically, it feels like my mom saying, oh yeah boy, son, we're cooking some good chicken tonight. And I'm like, ah, hell yeah, I love good chicken, I love chicken. And then she creates this like amazing meal for me, puts it on the dinner table, and then she's like, oh, just before we eat this, yeah, let me rub this in like dirt, let me add a bit of splash of dirt into this chicken meal, just for good measure. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you ruin this perfectly good meal of a chicken? Just you know, why would you do that? That's kind of what I feel whenever I watch corn and it's about step siblings. Because I have siblings myself, and it's like, I do not need to hear this whatsoever. So yeah, I just wanted to rant about that. So let me know what you think, and see you on the next one.